Are you ready, kids? I can't hear you. No, seriously, I can't hear you. This is a pre-recorded YouTube video. I'm not live streaming this or anything, so I don't have access to a chat to look at. So I literally can't hear you. Okay, anyway, let's get started. We're playing Battle for Bikini Bottom. This is episode 4 of our playthrough. I'm Aaron the Nintintrovert, so let's just hop right into it. We're going to Sand Mountain, baby. This is it's one of my favorite levels in the game, so I have been really looking forward to this. So let's just get right into it.
Sand Mountain, where sea creatures go to enjoy an afternoon of falling down.
Yeah, so this level is basically nothing but
Squidward, am I glad you're here. I need to borrow your toothbrush again.
Listen to the dialogue first, and then I'll get back to what I was saying. This game always interrupts me right when I'm in the middle, right when I'm mid-sentence.
What? You've used it before?
You've used it before?
Oh yeah, lots of times. I figured if you didn't know, you wouldn't mind.
Fine. What do I care? I'm a wreck anyways. I try and get some exercise to relax from all this robot mess, and now everything is ruined.
Poor Squidward.
Because of a toothbrush?
No, it's those blasted robots! They've taken over the ski slopes! How can I ski with those ugly things beating everyone up? Listen, SpongeBob, you've gotta help me! I'm gonna lose my marbles if I don't get some relaxation!
I found if you keep your marbles in a bag, they don't get lost as often. In fact, I've got mine right here. It's embroidered with this lovely...
Forget the marbles! I've got a better idea. If you get rid of the robots at the bottom of every slope for me, I'll give you one of those golden spatulas.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to beat the extreme fun of marbles.
Okay, I'll give you one for each slope you clear.
Now that's a deal!
Why does Squidward have all these golden spatulas? Where's he getting them from? Why would he want that? I'm pretty sure Squidward wants to distance himself from the Krusty Krab as much as possible whenever he's not actually working. Okay, there's no collision on that. I was going to try and see if he could jump up there, but evidently that ain't happening. Is that toilet paper? I think there is. There was some on the roof in the downtown Bikini Bottom area, so those robots are just... I don't know what they're doing with all this toilet paper everywhere, but anyway, this is Sand Mountain. This is... Okay, we found a sock. This is one of, if not my favorite level in the game. It's nothing but a bunch of those slides like we've seen in other levels, which are kind of reminiscent to the slides from Super Mario 64. Except I would argue the ones in this SpongeBob game are actually more enjoyable. What does Gary have to say? I think we need Sandy. Let's beat him up. Animal abuse. Don't tell PETA about this.
Meow. Hi, Gary.
Riveting conversation. Okay, let's hop up here and hit this. What's this do? Okay, yeah, that activates those Texas grapple points for Sandy. Where do we go to switch to Sandy? Let's see. Do we even have enough for the...
my most favorite friend in the whole
Hello,
world.
Plankton.
I found another golden spatula for you.
Oh, boy! Can I have it?
Sure, if you fall down to the bottom of this pit.
Isn't there a safer way?
It's always safety with you people. I suppose you could bungee down.
I suppose you could bungee down. I don't know why my Plankton sounds more like Homer Simpson. Ooh, donuts. Do we have enough for this? No. Oh, yeah, okay, we do. Alright, so we'll bungee down here and grab this first spatula here. Pretty easy peasy. Probably the easiest spatula we're going to get. But we need to find a bus station to switch over to Sandy. But part of what didn't mean to talk to Plankton there. Part of what makes this game so great is the writing and the voice acting in the cutscenes. I'm pretty sure it was all of the, or at least some of the writers from the show. And again, this was back during the first 3 seasons when SpongeBob was at its prime. You know, yeah, it had all the original writers from the show who did a great job. We're going to be able to afford to get into any of these levels. That might be a problem. I didn't think about that. There's a sign out front on each of the doors. We got to pay some shiny objects to get inside. Probably because you earn so many shiny objects by doing the slopes. But yeah, I love the writing in this game. It's very faithful to the humor of the dialogue in the show. Then you've also got you know, the voice acting, which a lot of times when you've got licensed games like this, like I don't know if they just maybe don't always pay the actors as much as like for the show. But a lot of times the voice work isn't as good, even if they do get the original voice actors. But I feel like like all of the actors, Tom Kenny and Roger Bumpus and Bill Fagerbacke and everybody that they brought in, took it as seriously as if it were an episode of the show. So I really can really appreciate that. But let's see, where do we need to grapple to here? Occasionally when you're doing this, Sandy has a line of dialogue where she says, "Flying squirrel coming through." And I just recently watched like a week or two ago, so there's like a new SpongeBob, like a CG animated movie that came out on Netflix called, I think it was called Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie or something like that.
A land critter can't handle. Ow!
Got it without even talking to Gary. But anyway, yeah, there was a Sandy movie on Netflix. We still don't have enough. Can I grind for more shiny objects here? We might have to leave and come back. This is an unforeseen problem I didn't consider. Where's a good place we can go to grind for some shiny objects? Where's the exit? How do I leave? Where was Squidward at? Up here? Yeah, okay, this is the way back. Let's leave and then come back, and all the shiny objects should respawn. What does Sandy say to Squidward?
Howdy, Squidward!
Why can't I just have a day off?
Okay. He is not having it. Yeah, let's go back. But anyway, I was watching the Sandy movie on Netflix, which was different, we'll say. I think the critical reception of it's pretty low, but I think it had some redeeming qualities, even if some parts were a little eh. They really expand a lot on the lore. Like, you get to meet SpongeBob's family. She has like I don't know if it's her cousin or uncle named Randy, and then you get to see her mom and dad. She comes from a family of circus people, but yeah, they established in that movie, which is kind of a weird choice, I guess, that Sandy actually is a flying squirrel. There's a part where they're falling from the sky, and she like stretches out her arms, and she's got those skin flaps that hang down, and she's able to just fly through the sky. So evidently that is canon when Sandy says, "Flying squirrel coming through." She actually is a flying squirrel. Yeah, let's destroy these Tikis over here real quick, and then let's hop back into the level, and all of the shiny objects we already got should have respawned. A little bit annoying though. I feel like the first one shouldn't have like a gate where we have to have a certain amount of shiny objects, because I spent them all on that clam. I guess I should have done the clam thing later, but oh well. Thanks a lot, game design, for wasting our time here. But yeah, now let's get some more of these shiny objects here. Let's kill these robots real quick. Ow. And that machine up there keeps spawning more robots, so I can just, not take out the machine if need be, because, if they keep spawning, I can just keep killing them and get more, I almost said rupees. This isn't Zelda. We're not playing a Zelda game here. But more shiny objects, which I still think is hilarious that they just called it that. I feel like they were working on the game, and probably in the beta they were just referring to it as shiny objects. They were going to give it like an official name later on, but then they were like, you know what, we can't think of a good name, we're just going to keep calling these shiny objects. But alright, we've got enough now, so let's just go ahead and clean up a bit here and grab some more, just that way we hopefully won't be too low to go on to the next level whenever it's time for that, or the next slope rather, because we got 3 of these little huts that we got to unlock that each have a different ramp. I guess these are like 3 different ski lodges. I don't know. But yeah, this is our first one here, Guppy Mound. So I guess this is the beginner level course. So let's see how we do.
I've gone down this hill 100 times, usually rolling. Darn kids think it's funny to push me, but if you can beat my time down the hill, I'll give you a golden spatula.
Alright, yeah, we'll take on Mrs. Puff's challenge. We got 70 seconds to try to beat it. Oh yeah, here we can get a whole bunch of shiny objects. Let's just hurry and collect as many as we can get here first. Alright, now let's race Mrs. Puff's time trial here.
I love opening presents.
I'm going to deliberately hit these, even though it hurts me, because we get a lot of shiny objects from those. Now that my health's getting kind of low, I'll probably try to avoid them now, but let's hit this button here. Makes a big snowball, sandball, whatever it's supposed to be, come out and break open a path forward for us. And I did see where there was something we could lasso with Sandy, so we might have to do this one a second time here, because I think if we do this, I think we can only be SpongeBob to get the, whatchamacallit, to do Mrs. Puff's time trial. Oh, I didn't think about it, man. I didn't realize it would ruin our time trial. Okay, that's fine. Let's start over here. I was just really wanting to get those shiny objects, but we've already got a pretty good amount here. This is a pretty good way to grind for them. Do we need to talk to Mrs. Puff again?
I've gone down.
Okay, here we go. Okay, this time we're not going to hit any of those TNT guys here, even though I really want to, because they give us a ton of shiny objects, so it's very tempting. But yeah, what I was saying is, I think we can only do her time trial as SpongeBob. I think if we switch to Sandy, we forfeit the race. So we'll have to come back and do this one a second time with Sandy. That way we can get what I'm assuming is one of Patrick's socks up there that we can get. I think we actually have enough that we could have turned into Patrick. Yeah, we've got 17. We can almost get 2 more spatulas from Patrick. I forgot to do that last time, but that's okay. There is always next time for us to do that. So far, I think we're doing decent. Oh, there's another sock.
Patrick will be glad to have this back.
And there's the finish line. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. Return to Mrs. Puff for your reward. Alright, let's take out these machines here. We'll get a golden spatula for clearing out all of the robots on this
pushing a simple button is the most satisfying.
first ski slope here. Plus we'll get the one from Mrs. Puff. And we've already got like 3,000 shiny objects. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the first one should have been free to get into. Because once you're in there, you get all kinds of money or whatever this is. I guess this is a form of currency. Yeah, we're already up to like 3,000, so we've got plenty enough to get to the second slope already, and we're still gonna have to go down this one a second time here. Another sand ball to break the way open for us. And there's our next spatula. I'm not 100% sure how many spatulas we need to unlock the third and final section of the hub world. I'm thinking maybe it's 50, but I'm honestly not 100% sure about that. Yeah, let's go into this box here, teleport back up at the top. We'll switch to Sandy Cheeks after we grab this pair of underwear.
Sponge.
Oh, and there's the spatula from Mrs. Puff. What'll she have to say to Sandy?
Howdy, Mrs. Puff.
Well, if it isn't Sandy Cheeks.
Well, that was wholesome, but not really anything that worthwhile. Something that is nice with Sandy is that we can lasso these, so we can get a bunch of points here without actually having to touch them. So that's nice.
Surprising everyone!
Just try to get as many as we can here. That way we won't end up in another bind where we don't have any. Is that all it is? Man, is there really not a sock up here? I feel like, was there another one of those Texas things we could grapple onto later on? Let me just check to make sure there's not anything up there, right? Okay, I guess not. I was thinking there was another one here somewhere, but maybe it's on like the second or third slope that we're going to do, where we can get a sock if we swing over to it with Sandy. But while we're here, we're just going to go ahead and just grab as many of these as we can. Now this Sand Mountain level is kind of disappointing on the Switch version, because like when you're getting all of these shiny objects and you're going real fast and stuff, the frame rate really tanks like extremely badly. Like it's borderline unplayable. Otherwise, the Switch version is pretty good. But Sand Mountain, which is kind of a shame because, like I've said, it's one of, if not my favorite level in the game, It's got some pretty major performance issues on this level in the Switch version in particular. But right here it's fine on playing this on PlayStation. You know, no problems there. I'm sure that's the same way with like if you were playing on Xbox or PC. But yeah. Okay, so we're all done with this first one. So now let's leave this area and head to the second ski lodge. Let's torment these children real quick first. Yeah, I'm just going to grind a little bit for some shiny objects, because it is nice to have a little bit of excess, because see, we're going to spend a bunch here and a bunch over there. And of course, we've got to pay Mr. Krabs. This game's constantly just ripping you shiny objects away from you. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom giveth, and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom taketh away.
Hey there, Sandy!
Howdy, Bubble Buddy.
Hey there, Sandy!
Ew.
And I think we get something if we can destroy every one of these snowmen. So there's 8 in total, and I think we've also got to be SpongeBob for this one as well. And this one, I believe, is decently longer and has some more branching paths. Let's talk to Bubble Buddy and see what time we need to beat.
I fly like the wind and float like a sea bee. If you can beat my
time
down
Ali
the hill,
reference?
I'll give you a golden spatula.
Is Muhammad Ali canon in the SpongeBob universe? And what the crap is a sea bee? Could have said sting like a jellyfish or something, would have been maybe more in character. I think, yeah, if we go right through here, there's a shortcut, which also takes us to one of these snowmen we can get. At least I guess it's a shortcut. I don't know. Watch this end up being like way longer and we run out of time because we went this way. But yeah, we'll have to do this one probably a few times, I think, to find all of the snowmen that are on it. Actually, we have to find all the snowmen in order to get... it might just be a sock, actually. I want to say. Oh, there's one down there we'll be coming up to. Hopefully we won't run out of time here. I think I could have like jumped down there and took a shortcut to get that snowman a little faster. Or Sandman, I guess. Gotta quit saying snowman because this is all sand. That had to have just like sliced SpongeBob's tongue all to pieces when we just went over those spikes there. Life's as extreme as you wanna make it. Maybe we didn't sing it right. That was from the I don't know what was the name of that episode. I think that's the one where SpongeBob, because he skates on his tongue like this. The one where SpongeBob breaks his butt and then he never wants to go outside again because he doesn't want to end up in the iron butt. So he becomes a oh god, what do you call that? The people who are afraid to go outside. Shoot, I'm drawing a blank. It'll come to me in a second. I'm also about to sneeze, so that's fun. Oh, I think we might run out of time here. We got 8 seconds. Come on, SpongeBob, go. Go, 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 go. No! Well, that's a little unfortunate, but we've got to do this one multiple times anyway to get get all the snowmen. I'm tempted to we might just switch over to Sandy just to make this a little easier, and then we'll come back and do the time trial later maybe, because if we die, then it resets all of the snowmen. They all respawn, and we have to do this all over again from the beginning, which would not be ideal. So yeah, I'm tempted to just we'll go down it once more with Sandy, and hopefully we can find the remaining 3 snowmen that we need, Sandmen. And then we can go back and do it with SpongeBob. Although it's weird to say Sandman, because that's like the Sandman, the guy who sprinkles the sand in your eyes when you go to sleep, and that's why when you wake up, they're all crusty, I guess. Is that the urban legend with the Sandman, I guess? I don't know. But yeah, let's switch over to Sandy. Let's shred this slope one more time here. We got 3 more snowmen to find. So let's make like Nike and just do it.
Make good use of all this.
Okay, there's one. So we did not go this way last time. We went the other way.
Oh, feeling refreshed.
hopefully there's no more on that other path that we have to worry about. Yeah, I don't know. Even though you know, if you want to get everything, you do have to play these slopes multiple times. I don't know. I just think it's really fun. It's just super frenetic and fast-paced, and like I said, I enjoy it more than the Mario 64 ones, the slide levels. The reason being, in those, you know, you can't really, like, you can kind of jump with Mario, but you can't really control his momentum very much when he jumps. There's not really a whole lot of need to jump. But here, like, you have to jump to clear gaps and stuff, so it's just, you know, you're not just sliding, it also throws in platforming as well. So it just kind of ties everything together really nicely in a way that I think is better than Mario 64 did, which this game obviously came later. So of course they drew inspiration from Mario 64. So to give Mario 64's credit for laying the foundation for these types of slide levels, which are in a bunch of other games. It's very commonplace. Nintendo tends to be a trend setter, while a lot of the rest of the gaming industry is a trend follower and kind of copies what Nintendo does. Like Breath of the Wild, for example, is revolutionary. It's a little morbid. These guys are on like little ski trams, but they're hooks. I never noticed that before. So that's a little messed up when you really think about it. But anyway, we got an ad for the Krusty Krab there. But yeah, I've been playing this game. It's called Immortals Phoenix Rising, which is a Ubisoft game, or Ubisoft, however you pronounce it. I always said Ubisoft, but then I heard other people start pronouncing it Ubisoft, and I was like, well, maybe that's the right way to say it, but okay, yeah, here's our last snowman, and then I should have spawned a sock that we can get somewhere, I think, but where is it? I think there's one if we go on the topmost path. Can we go backwards? Get up there. Yeah, see, this is another nice thing with Sandy. We can just go backwards up. Sandy is so OP. We can just completely turn around and redo this whole section here. I want to get the high ground. Are we going to be able to do that? We might not be able to reach up there. We might have to actually redo this yet again. But anyway, Immortals Phoenix Rising, it's basically a Breath of the Wild clone. Like, it's got, it's all there. It's got the, more or less an equivalent to like the Magnesis ability. It's an open world game where you can climb. You got stamina that you can upgrade, and you can upgrade your health as well. You got, you know, you're able to glide. You know, you have to fill in parts of the map by scaling these large structures, and then getting to the top, and then you can open up. Okay, that I think is the sock that we were needing. There is at least one more on that slide, though, another sock we can get if we take that higher up route. But we will. First, we'll go back up there, and I guess we'll just go ahead and switch back to SpongeBob, and hopefully we can grab that sock as we're doing the time trial challenge. Fingers crossed. All right, let's talk to Bubble Buddy again. I'm committing sacrilege, by the way. I'm wearing a Cartoon Network shirt, even though we're playing a Nickelodeon game. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite Cartoon Network show or shows are. I really like, I think probably the best thing, honestly, that Cartoon Network's ever put out. I'd heard people talking about it forever, but I just never really given it that much of a chance. But I went back and watched it several years later. But back in like I don't know, maybe 2014, I think it was, something like that. Cartoon Network actually came out. Okay, we're going to take a shortcut here, save us some time. Oh, God. They came out with this mini-series called Over the Garden Wall, which was great. I really enjoyed that. It kind of has strong Gravity Falls vibes in a lot of ways, if you've watched that show on Disney Channel. But, yeah, Over the Garden Wall, it's this 10-episode mini-series on Cartoon Network that's just really good. It gets surprisingly pretty emotional in the later episodes. It's got you know, good music. The animation looks beautiful. Like, it's really something special that I'm so surprised Cartoon Network even greenlit. But it's only 10 episodes, and each episode is about like 10 minutes. So it's like maybe, you know, an hour and a half long. It's like the length of a movie or something. But it's a really great little series about this kid named Wirt and his little brother. I don't remember what his brother's name is off the top of my head. Okay, get the spatula, not the spatula, the sock. Excuse me. And then there's this talking bird named Beatrice that they befriend, and it's all about, something happens, you don't know what until like a later episode. There's kind of a flashback to show how they got there, but they end up somewhere that's over the garden wall, as the title would suggest, and essentially it's like they're transported back in time to like the 1800s or something, like pioneer days, and they're trying to get back to their time. And there's this the main antagonist is this entity just known as I'm trying to blank. There's this woodsman, but then there's he's the Beast. He's just called the Beast. So there's a lot of mystery elements. The Beast has been like basically abducting these children. Like it's pretty dark stuff for a Cartoon Network show, but it's really good. I highly recommend checking out Over the Garden Wall. But I think that's my favorite thing that Cartoon Network's ever produced. But after that, I'd always say that my favorite Cartoon Network show growing up, I don't know, yeah, they're on the shirt, Ed, and Eddie. I love Ed, and Eddie. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy is another fantastic show. We got Courage the Cowardly Dog. We got Dexter's Lab on here. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. All great stuff. We got Cow and Chicken and I'm Weasel. Those shows were good as well. I didn't love Cow and Chicken and I'm Weasel quite as much. Although I did get to meet the guy who does the voice of the, I think he's just called the Red Guy, who's like the devil in those shows. His name's Charlie Adler, so it's pretty neat to meet that guy. Because he is one of he's the best character from Cow and Chicken. But yeah, a lot of great shows. I'm trying to think, Powerpuff Girls was a solid show. I'm kind of surprised they're not on this shirt somewhere. Then we got, who else have we got? That was a good Cartoon Network. There was so many good shows on Cartoon Network. I don't really get into comic book stuff. I'm not like much of a DC or Marvel guy or anything. But I loved the original Teen Titans, not the Teen Titans Go reboot. That one kind of sucked.
I'm the fastest there is.
Okay, yeah, we'll race Larry here. This one gives us 2 minutes. This is going to be a very long slide challenge. Let's go up here. Hopefully this is a shortcut. But yeah, this is our third and final slope. Well, we got a sock anyway, so that's nice. This might be the one where there is something else that we can get with Sandy, because I know there is one, I'm pretty sure, where we have to use Sandy's glide and her grapple to get a spatula that we couldn't otherwise get. Yeah, probably up there, I want to say. Was there a guy there? Did we just kill somebody? I'm fairly certain we did. Rest in peace to that guy. Honestly thought we were going to get killed by that giant sand ball there, because it wasn't moving out of our way for us. But yeah, he breaks open a hole in the wall and opens up this new path for us here. So let's glide down here. Is there another sock for us? Yes, there is. I'm not 100% sure, like I said, if this is the shortest path, so hopefully we're not going to run out of time as we slalom. How do you pronounce that word? It's like S-L-A-L-O-M. Slalom? Is it like Salem Witch Trials? Is one of the L's silent? Because slalom or slalom, that just sounds so weird. So I don't know. Someone let me know how you pronounce that. But anyway, hopefully there wasn't a spatula that other path. Sometimes you got these branching paths. Like, look at this. There's so many different ways we can go here, and I'm bound to miss stuff. Because yes, I have played this game a lot, but I wouldn't say I know it 100% like the back of my hand. I know a lot of things here, but when you got all these branching paths and you're going down so quick, I don't remember which way's what. Let's take a little shortcut here because we're running out of time. And I like how, again, like, this is a quote-unquote kids game, but they don't really make it too easy. Like, some of these time trials are pretty tricky. Like, you have to kind of go out of your way to make shortcuts for yourself and do risky jumps if you want to beat the time trial. So they're not really holding your hand a whole lot in these, so I really appreciate that. It's part of the reason why I didn't enjoy SpongeBob and Cosmic Shake as much, which came out last year. Just felt a little too easy. The bosses were also not very good. I might play that game on this channel just for the heck of it. It's like, I didn't hate the game. It's a 3D platformer, which is my favorite genre of game, so, you know, there's still enjoyment to be found here. This is bothering me with my OCD. Okay, I always got to remember that it's mirrored in the camera. Where that white part was sticking out, it was killing me. There we go. That's good there. But anyway, let's go back up to the top here. Grab our spatula from Larry.
Congratulations, SpongeBob. You beat my best time.
Thank you, Larry. But yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog was a great show. Things I do for love. I love the episode with the creepy barber that's like trying to shave Courage bald. He just keeps saying naughty. And then I love Sandy saying
Hey, Sandy!
Howdy, Larry.
Who in the SpongeBob universe do you ship? Let me know in the comments below. I think I ship Sandy and Larry. They could have some, beautiful lobster squirrel abomination hybrid children. I think that would be pretty progressive of Nickelodeon to do. To represent all of those interspecies couples out there, they would probably have some extreme, like Daredevil kids. I could also see, this might be a weird one, but I could see Sandy and Squidward being a good couple. Squidward, obviously, he's very kind of narcissistic and self-absorbed, but I could see Sandy being kind of the voice of reason, kind of put Squidward in his place, and get over yourself, you ain't that great. And I feel like he would respect that brutal honesty. I think that's something Squidward maybe just needs to hear. Alright. Oh, it put us all the way back at the top. Oh well, at least we can get some more, shiny objects here, which is always nice. Just keeping an eye out for that grapple thing with Sandy. And let me actually check in the pause menu real quick. Okay, yeah, we're only missing one sock, which should be this one here. And then once we got that, then I believe we will be done with this level, and we can move right along. So this one looks like we've been recording for just over 30 minutes, so we've probably got time to do maybe another level. It's hard to say though, because like these levels tend to go on pretty long usually. So far they've been about an hour each, but this one was on the shorter end of things. This one was only... Oh, there was our Texas... Can't say anything bad about Texas. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where we're going to get our last sock, and then we will exit the level. And, yeah. Hopefully we've got enough spatulas that we can do the next boss fight. That would be something kind of short that we can do. The robot Patrick is coming up, but I don't know how many we need for that. Yeah, so we got everything here. Yes, sirree. Okay, let's teleport back to Bikini Bottom, and yeah, we will see what we can get into next here. But oh, I didn't really want to teleport in SpongeBob's house necessarily. I didn't even know we could go in here as Sandy. I feel like the game's maybe glitched out because I can't talk to. It pops up, press R1 to talk, but I can't actually talk to Gary, so like I don't think they have anything programmed. I'm not really supposed to be in here with Gary, I don't think.
Breaking news!
Did we ever listen to this last time when we started the game?
By a raging torrent of robot horror!
So much for fixing this quietly.
Yeah, I think we might have glitched the game out a little bit.
Authorities are not sure who is responsible for unleashing the mechanical menaces, but they have assured us that the person is in big, big trouble.
Uh-oh.
Did I say big trouble? I meant so enormous that it's hard to comprehend trouble. We'll keep you posted as this tragic story unfolds. Tragically, we're sure.
Alright, so I think I might have broke the game a little bit there.
So much for fixing this quietly.
Oh, that's funny. I don't know how they programmed it, but it still kind of matches up the lip sync there, but that's pretty good. Can we do the same with Patrick? I'm going to have to try that later. If we're playing as Patrick in a level and then we teleport back to Bikini Bottom, if it'll let us go inside of SpongeBob's house as Patrick, and if it'll still play the same Patrick dialogue. But that was That was pretty funny. I got a kick out of that. We glitched the game.
It shines.
Anyway, let's head on up here and see what else there is that we can see. So do we have
There's
enough to
nothing
get
like
through
the
that
smell
gate?
of
Yeah,
bubbles in the
like,
morning.
is that
Smells
40 or
like
50? I can't tell. I think that's 40. Okay, good deal. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll do the Robot Patrick boss fight, and then we'll do some stuff in this lower part of Bikini Bottom, and then we'll wrap up the episode. This might be my favorite boss fight in the game. I really enjoy the Robot Patrick. I've got a lot of nostalgia for this boss.
Seem to be getting any better.
SpongeBob, hurry! Squidward's in more trouble than a chili relleno in a pan of grease. We have to help!
You're right, Sandy. But if that robot really is like Patrick, he'll eat us for dessert. What should we do?
This level takes place in the industrial part,
And pronto!
which is where
It's a self-destruct. I'll try to help.
SpongeBob and Sandy go when she's about to start hibernating and she's wanting to go out and do a bunch of stuff, first. I love the music on this one too. I can't really hear it too well where I've got my headset turned on. Just the it's very creepy. It's very different sort of music that you would expect in a SpongeBob game. But it's really cool. I really like it. Patrick's icon in the bottom left there in his health is very weird looking. You know, we got to dodge his toxic ice cream that he's shooting at us here. They kind of make it a little bit easier where they put those targets on the ground where you can see where his attack is going to land, which I don't know how to feel about that. In some ways, it seems like that would make it a little too easy, but at the same time, it is kind of hard to really gauge like the depth perception of like where they're going to land. So I don't know. I think I would prefer if they didn't have that, but I guess it doesn't completely ruin it or anything. Alright, we got another hit in. We're already done with the first phase, so now we're on to let's switch over to Sandy here.
That does it! You pushed this squirrel too far! Get ready for a hot fudge twister, Texas style!
What is Sandy going to do to
Alright,
get
now I think he
SpongeBob
starts
unfrozen?
filling up the arena with his ooze stuff, so it's harder to hit him. Maybe not yet, but after we hit him this first time, I think he will.
Oh, and the robot is down!
The robot is
Change
down!
tactics and fast!
The robot better change tactics and fast!
That hot goo could melt anything!
I love this game so much, man. Just such a special place in my heart. I grew up with this back in I was probably like 5 years old, maybe 6 when I first played this game for the first time. And yeah, I remember we had like a little kiddie pool, and I remember I remember standing in it. Like how Patrick's standing in that green goop there and just like spinning around and pretending I was doing that attack that he does there. Yeah, man, I love this game. This boss in particular holds such a special place in my heart. But yeah, we're getting into the good stuff. Sand Mountain, you know, that was one of my favorite levels. And now we're doing this Robot Patrick boss fight. We're getting like, before too long we'll be getting into the Dream world. That's a great world. I love that one. And then we got
It's time to roll out some robot punishment.
the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard coming up. That's another great one.
Back in the fight.
I gotta dodge his ice breath attack here. This gets a little more tricky, so we gotta use our bubble bowl to hit him when he's down, and we don't really have any platforms out to make it easier to get over to him.
Great Barrier Reef!
Great Barrier
I feel like a new
Reef!
sponge.
Yeah, and I remember all the different
I see a
quotes from the
prime
realistic
bowling
fish
moment
head.
right here.
Do-si-do, and
the
around
robot
you
is
go.
down.
I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. Then during the Sandy boss fight, I think he says,
Do-si-do,
"Slying
and
the old
around you
clothesline
go."
move." Again, I really can't hear much of what he's saying at all, where I've got my headset turned down. But yeah, just going off of memory of what he says. Like I can hear a little bit, Like that last time I could hear when he said Great Barrier Reef, but a lot of times I can't fully make out what he's saying. I should probably go the other. Well,
Reef.
never mind. I was gonna say I'm kind of going against the direction here on this conveyor belt, but I realize it switched directions, so even if I went the other way, it would still be the same problem. But just one more hit, we've just about got old Patrick licked here.
Great Barrier Reef!
And then if you take if you take damage sometimes, like I did there, but he didn't say it, but you'll hear the fish guy say, I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way. I did hear him say the do-si-do on that time.
Moment right here.
It's kind of graphic.
Thanks for saving
Sometimes
me,
he'll say,
guys.
what an opening for a guy literally filled with openings.
I owe you big time.
Thanks, Sandy.
This game looks really great. Some of the shadows are a little bit weird. Like during the cutscenes, like I remember during the when we were at the Poseidon during the Robot Sandy boss fight. It was a weird line of dialogue. But on the whole, though, these cutscenes look really good. Like, they look pre-rendered, but I'm pretty sure it's just running in engines, like the same models and everything.
I'm sorry, Plankton. The Chum Bucket lab is locked up tight. I don't know if I'll ever get enough golden spatulas to get in.
Listen to what they say here.
Yes, it's the Chum Bucket security system. I designed it myself. It makes me so proud. It was meant to keep out the hateful throngs of the unwashed.
The hateful throngs of the unwashed.
So what are you gonna do, Plankton?
We, of course meaning you, are gonna have to go out there and get those golden spatulas! Or I'll never get back into the Chum Bucket and regain control of my robots.
What was that?
Oh, I said, will I ever get back into the Chum Bucket to stain all my pots? Yes.
Stain all of his pots? What does that mean?
Something's fishy here.
Is that a thing people do? They stain their pots? I've never heard of that, but okay. But now we should have a new ability. I think Bubble Buddy
I bet the next move you teach me will be the best one ever.
Abso-positive-lutely, SpongeBob!
Super pinky shake on it?
I would if I had pinkies.
Here, I'll blow you some.
Yeah, maybe later. Now, pay attention, SpongeBob. This bubble's a doozy.
Paying my entire salary and attention.
Mr. Krabs would take that. He would take his entire salary, and he has before.
When you're not moving, press this button. Aim carefully, though.
Skip through this.
I'm a bubble.
So yeah, we can do these homing bubbles here. We got what's called the cruise bubble move here, which is our final new ability here. We can use it to hit these switches on the side of the Chum Bucket, which I think opens up a way up top, which if I'm not mistaken, it's either a spatula or it's another pair of golden underpants to increase SpongeBob's permanent health. This thing's a little unwieldy. It's honestly kind of hard to steer it. Okay, now what did that do? Yeah, okay, so we got a little trampoline here. Okay, it's just a spatula. I think maybe it's on the Krusty Krab sign is where the other thing is that we need. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Can we reach it from here? Probably.
Wow, 6 pairs of underwear. I am one unbeatable sponge.
Blow this,
I feel like a new sponge.
Doing a little bit more grinding for these because Mr. Krabs ends up wanting a lot of them. And then we also need a bunch if we want to get into the theater over there, which is where you can view concept art. I want to say in the original game, I think you maybe needed like, I don't know, it was like, it might have been like 40,000 of these shiny objects or something. It was a crazy amount. It was a lot whenever this remake first came out, but I think they since updated the game because people complained about it. And they made it best just because it's so much more than you would normally get on just like a regular casual playthrough. Like you have to go out of your way to get that many shiny objects. I think we can get a sock here. Yep, we got 24. 24!
The launch is a go.
Yeah, let's, can we pay Mr. Krabs any? Can we get another, I think we can.
What's wrong?
You gotta help me, boy. The Krusty Krab's been overrun by a bunch of them hoodlum robots of yours.
They've booted me out! And worse, they've got
Why
hold
did
of
Mr. Krabs turn
shiny
Irish?
objects.
They booted me out there, laddie. You got to get back to me pot of gold.
Defiling the Krusty
They voted
Krab?
me out there, laddie.
Is there no end to their
See, they
evil?
should have let me do
What are we
Mr.
going
Krabs,
to do,
even though I was
Mr.
only
Krabs?
like 3 or 4 when this game came out.
We, meaning you, are going to clear the robots out.
Isn't that what Plankton just said?
Me
We,
restaurant,
and by that I mean
and
you.
most importantly, rescue me money.
Let's talk
No
to him
more
again.
fry
Till we,
cooking for you until.
So you're not going to let me trade?
No more.
Well, all right then. Let's go ahead and go to the Krusty Krab. We'll go ahead and take this challenge on here. We got to beat all the robots and try not to die. This is another one where like I had a lot of trouble with this as a kid, but I feel like it's really not like that hard. That take one of them out. Yeah, that takes that guy out. Destroy this thing. Is there some machines in here that's making more of these guys? Yeah, there's one over there. Let's go and take that out here. Whoop, or we just fall down and lose. Let's use our cruise bubble. Oh, he's gonna just. Well, we took him out. Yeah, she's gonna make another one immediately. Ow! Immediately. Yes, it must be returned to its owner right now. Oh, we're dead. Well, we'll get it next time if they get us on this. Now, we didn't come into this with a whole lot of health. You can't really, like, move while you're using that cruise bubble, so you're just kind of a sitting
like
duck.
a spring breeze.
We also got a lot of different robot types that we've not encountered before. Probably should have done the levels with them in it first, or at least you're probably intended to. Ow. I think we've almost got it though. We just got this guy, and then we got that one up there where we have to be kind of stealthy. We gotta sneak around. Yeah, I think the bubble won't. Yeah, he just deflects it with his lasers. So we gotta tiptoe to not alert this robot's suspicion. Because if we start running, then he will. He's that. Because it's kind of terrifying. It's almost like one of the Guardians on Zelda. Now I guess what we just leave and talk to Mr. Krabs. I think there is a sock we can get in here though. So let's get everything we can out of here. I think maybe if we break everything, we get the sock or something. Let's break all these barrel chairs, which look like they'd be very uncomfortable to sit on. Condiment Island. Break all these boxes that are all just empty. I guess Mr. Krabs needs to restock his supplies or something because he's got like no inventory right now. We unfortunately can't get to the back rooms where the grill is or anything like that. But there's our next sock. Sock it to him, SpongeBob.
Hey, you!
25.
Patrick needs to do laundry.
Alright, we kind of can see back in there. Is there a way we can... I wish we could, like, glitch the camera back in there and just see what all we can see. I'm not seeing the grill. Oh, the grill's on the other side. Normally it's kind of up against, like, the cash register, but not here, evidently. I see the freezer. Not really a way to look into Mr. Krabs' office. I want to... Did Boundary Break ever do a video on this game? She says you should go check out his channel if you haven't before. He's always hacking the camera in games to clip into out-of-bounds places to get a better look at things you're not otherwise supposed to be able to see. Yeah, that has me curious. I'll have to look and see if he did a video on that. I feel like he maybe did. But let's talk to Mr. Krabs and get our spatula now. Thank you, Eugene. We got 45. We should be able to grab a few more here real quick. Yep, let's trade for another spatula, and we got 46. Which, as a kid growing up, that's the channel that Cartoon Network came on when I had cable. 38 was Nickelodeon, but 46 was Cartoon Network. I'm trying to remember. It's been so long since we had like satellite. Once we switched over like to. We had DirecTV for a while, then we had Dish Network, which I imagine satellite services are probably not very popular anymore now that streaming is such a big thing. I know we certainly don't have any anymore. I want to say the cartoons were on like maybe around like $1.99, $200, like somewhere in those channels on one of them. I don't remember if that was Dish Network. I always preferred DirecTV over Dish Network from my personal experience. But yeah, it just seemed like better quality. I don't know. More options, which I don't know. I was a kid, so you know, maybe my parents just didn't have the best plan for Dish or something. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely don't do any satellite or cable nowadays, because it's like, what's the point when you can just stream everything? You know, just grinding out some more of these shiny objects while I'm talking here. But let's go back real quick and talk to Patrick, because we can get you know, 2 more spatulas from him, I believe.
Roll the sponge.
Roll the sponge. And we should be getting pretty close to wrapping this this episode up. We've been going for about 50 minutes at this point, so that's about pretty on par. So yeah, we'll go just a little bit longer here. Let's talk to Patrick.
Wow, SpongeBob. Here's... I don't...
Thank you. Can I talk to him again and the second one spawned? Or...
Here's your gold.
Okay, I guess I gotta grab it first before he'll let us have the other one. Or did it though? 'Cause it's showing 48 now. Did we just get to...
my lost...
Not yet.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I guess it did just give us both of them. Alright. Well, that's handy. I don't know if that was the case in the original version, or if you just had to talk to him separately, like each and every time. But yeah, we're almost to 50. We are just trucking right along through this game. We're almost halfway to 100% completion.
Say hello to my little bubble friend.
I do real quick want to go into Shady Shoals retirement home, which is where we're going to do our next level. Let me look around back. Is there anything... If we go inside, so we're not going to go into the Mermal area yet. That will be probably the next episode. We'll do that. But I did want to see. I think there is another sock we can get in here, maybe.
Man and Barnacle Boy, my heroes! Hit me with a water ball. Hit me.
Yeah, we don't do that stuff anymore, kid. We're retired.
Is that the TV repairman?
No, it's that excited sponge kid again.
Oh, are you sure he can't fix the TV?
Mermaid Man, 'twould be my greatest honor to fix your television.
Goodie!
Yeah, this old guy just clipped through us here. That was disturbing. We got a good look at that guy's internal organs. Maybe we don't need boundary break after all.
Hey, Sponge Kid, you really want to help out?
Oh boy, would I!
Okay then, but lighten up a bit on the enthusiasm, huh? You're making my bowels act up. We've got a little problem with some robots down in the Mermal Air.
Our enthusiasm is making his bowels act up.
Are you sure you're up to this task?
Not really sure how that works, but okay.
Absolutely, Barnacle Boy!
Well, go over to the couch to access the Mermal Air. We'll meet you down there.
Is it pudding night yet?
Okay, let's look around. I'm pretty sure there's a sock in here somewhere. Oh, we gotta break everything. Sometimes that's the thing. You go into people's houses and just break everything, and then you can get a sock. Okay, there we go. Just had to hit the TV, which I guess I don't know if that fixed it for Mermaid Man. Where'd that sock spawn? Here it is. I can't find the coin slot. Here it is. Oh. I think we can hit the channel to change it to a bunch of different stations here. It's kind of a cool little Easter egg right now. It's kind of this Mickey Mouse looking thing. I think that's from the was it the Truth or Square special from like the 10th anniversary. We've got just kind of like the opening screen, some jellyfish, a beach ball. I'm not sure if this is concept art from the game or if this was in an episode. I think they do go to this park maybe in the episode where SpongeBob and Sandy are doing karate, and Mr. Krabs tells SpongeBob he needs to stop because it's poisoning his mind. I feel like this is where they go to. We've got King Neptune and his son Triton, I think it was. I don't know what his wife's name is. Oh, SpongeBob's like, oh my god, it's King Neptune. Okay, and then it just loops back to that. But yeah, there's some pretty fun SpongeBob idle animations here. I think he does one where he does his little chicken thing, which is kind of a more recent meme. Obviously, it wasn't in the original game because that wasn't a thing yet. Let's see if he does it here. Where's Old Man Jenkins? Oh, I think that's him over there. I was going to say, is he not in here? He's scratching his head. Don't bump into us, lady. You're going to mess up our idle animations. Oh, now he's making faces. Undo the chicken thing, SpongeBob. Come on, I know you can do it. I believe in you. Oh God. I didn't need to see that one. After we see the chicken thing, then we're going to end the episode here. Okay, now he's just shaking his butt and doing, was he doing armpit farts or something? Okay, there he goes. There's the chicken. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode where I guess we'll do the Mermaid Lair next, or maybe we'll come back to it. I don't know. I kind of do want to do the dream level now that we've got that unlocked. But anyways, we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.